Ooh. There's been murder. Gasp. It's a statue, covered in blood. Oh no! The poor lady's been murdered. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. I look like I have a bullet hole in my head. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right, says Mia. Hello there, Mia. Oh, hiya, Chief. Woo, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney in the first place. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Larry, it sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. So, Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. I can't keep a straight face while speaking these lies. Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. That poor boy. My name is Phoenix Wright. And, hey lads, welcome to the video. So, that was kind of a weird intro, but I am playing, Phoenix Wright as attorney. I actually went and got the trilogy and all this stuff. Decided to do it on a whim, so be expecting more stuff from me on this because I plan to enjoy this. This is for me and me alone. So if you enjoyed, thank you and come along for the ride. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. No, the poor lady is dead again. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. On this episode of Judge Judy, August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court Courtroom Number 2. Mumble. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. And shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Me, Phoenix Wright. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts. Sorry, the defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I knew this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait, No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Well, the victim... Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Well, let's see here. It is Cindy. Her name is Cindy. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Alright. I hate that it's backspace. It's a bit weird. Mr. Wright. Who is the victim in this case? Obviously, it is Cinderblock. No, it's Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Yay! Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Clearly was strangled by something. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. Oh, sorry. Accent. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry, no! Larry! Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Oh, no. Uh-oh. He's twitching. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Who the heck is Mark Antony, and what was he doing with Cleopatra? Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyways? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. That's important. Returned overseas? What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7/30th, the day before the murder. July 30th. Got it. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men, like me, who gave her money and gifts, just like me. She took their money, like mine, and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? I'll stop him from answering. Yeah, that question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I've gotta die. I've just gotta drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Yeah, I was there, I went. Order? Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. His voice says that! Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. Right. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Oh. Order in the court. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. I don't know what that actually was. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. He sure as done saw it. He definitely saw it. He got a bullet hole right in the brain. Right in the brain hole. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant, sitting right over there. Money. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saw used was one of those, Your Honor. I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. It was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Alright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in your evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Alright. Alright, cross-examination. Let's go on the door, blah, 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 blah. So, we have an electricity blackout. Time of death was from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Ah, I've got him! Hold it! I have evidence to prove this was wrong. 1 p.m., are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m., right? Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Oh, I have to present the evidence now. Okay. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Okay, that's what I need to do. Yes. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. So, what am I doing? Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3 hour gap? Oh, that,
Objection! This is trivial.
The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sod, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Good job, White. Way to put him on the spot. I sound like I'm from the bloody Scotland Yard. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See if you want, and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. Alright. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. That's wrong. There was a blackout. Oh wait, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. That is really wrong. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. You know what to do. I do know what to do, Mia. I do know what to do. Alright, go over here. I need to find... Aha, here it is. So I need to go to tab, and I need to present the blackout. Boy-o. You screwed up. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Ah! I will, irk. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sott? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Ah, I remember now. Mr. Sott? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. Yeah. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sott. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Uh-oh. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Sorry, but that clock is a... How would you know it's a... You wouldn't be able to instantly tell that it's a... Here we go. No, that's not it. The murder weapon. Here we go. Present. Boom. You wouldn't be able to instantly tell that it's a clock! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? Ah, you with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sott. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Pang. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you see. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Yes, I do! He said he saw it. Yeah, he'd have to know. And he never entered the apartment. Ooh, I'm on him. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove I went in there. I'll do it better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never, look, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, What a toupee.
Shut up, Yana.
I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him, he killed her and should burn or give him death. Man, I think he'd get kicked out in contempt of court of screaming like a psychomaniac. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is writing this. I better think through this carefully, Your Honor. The sound Mr. heard was definitely this clock, a fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. Yes, but she went on vacation. Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. However, it seems very, very weird. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal? Because you are of your bullet hole in the forehead looking butt. You lawyers are all slime, he says, but he's being defended by another guy. I almost had him. Come on, Mia, you need to help me out here. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Mia, please! Not so fast. Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this, think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. You can, I can think of it. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you have your proof. Right, Miss... Right? Right? Can you think of a reason? Yes, I can. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found the evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence, court record, that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Just you wait, Mr. Saw It. You're gonna Mr. Saw the inside of prison. And boom. She was gone the day before. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead is in her apartment is wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Yep, there he goes. Where's his body? I wanted to see him laying there foaming at the mouth like a wild animal. Order! Order, I say! I saved you, Larry! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I'll have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! Woohoo! Case number 1 complete! Let's go! I'm just that good. With that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and bludgeoned her over the head with it. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Ah, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. Harry? It's Larry. Yes, you can practically see the headlines now. Harry Bott's innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you sure? Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? This. Because she kept the statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. I should have shown him my attorney badge. Dang it. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. I'm not doing a very good woman's voice, but I'm not trying to do one. I just gave her a British accent just to make it sound sophisticated. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. No, don't tell me, Mia, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I would be able to keep. No, Mia, no! The end of Case 1.